Alright, so this is finishing up our story from Tuesday. I hope you guys were able to get your letters sent out to the Veterans Home. Um, this is says the American Legion in action. A tornado that tore through Joplin in 2011 was the deadliest in U.S. history. Crazy to think that was a town. The American Legion is the nation's largest veteran service organization. Across the nation, American Legion members pledge to help one another in times of need. In May of 2011, the town of Joplin, Missouri was devastated by a tornado. From 1,300 miles away, American Legion members in New York State took note. They gathered supplies to fill a 20-foot long truck. 4 members drove it west. The truck was filled with things Joplin needed: clothing for men, women, and children, blankets, sheets, toiletry, and cash. In Joplin, Legion members spent the next weeks getting the supplies to those in need. Asked why they drove 1,000 miles to help, one Legion member said, "It's who we are. It's what we do. A Legionnaire is a Legionnaire. It's that simple." Eagle Scouts honor veterans. Why don't we always know what sacrifices veterans have made for us? We don't always know what sacrifices veterans have made for us, but some people go out of their way to educate us, remind us, and show us their appreciation on Veterans Day or any day. In order to become an Eagle Scout, the highest award given to a Boy Scout before his 18th birthday, a scout to complete a service project that benefits the community. Eagle Scouts often choose a project that honors veterans. Some Eagle Scouts take part in the Veterans History Project. As part of the project, they interview American veterans. The stories they collect end up at the Library of Congress, preserved for scholars, researchers, and future generations. Anthony Thomas became the nation's 2 millionth Eagle Scout in 2019. Chrissy. In 2003, members of an Eagle Scout troop exposed the headstone of Arch Clayton, a World War I veteran buried in 1952. As many as 1,000 veterans were thought to be buried at the abandoned South Carolina cemetery. Other Eagle Scouts repair and restore veteran memorials and cemeteries. They raise sunken vet grave markers, build paths for vets on wheelchairs, and sometimes create new memorials. They gain recognition for vets who may have died in action, which can be great comfort to loved ones, those vets left behind. Sometimes recognition can be a long time coming. Children may walk down a city street every day on their way to school, never knowing that a street is named for a soldier who died at war. Mahoney Avenue in Sutton, Massachusetts, was one such street. Years ago, it was named for Sergeant Daniel Henry Mahoney, Jr., a World War II veteran born in Sutton in 1920. According to the Sutton Journal, Mahoney was drafted into the U.S. Army Air Force in November of 1492. He promised to marry Dorothy Sweet, and we went off to Europe, where he died at the age of 23. A bomb from another Allied plane was mistakenly dropped onto Mahoney's plane and destroyed it over Yugoslavia. Sweet's last few letters came back to her, returned with a message: "Missing in action," written in red. Ugh, how horrible. Sometimes soldiers termed missing in action are later found. This Western Union telegram from 1945 was sent to Robert Barron's family shortly after he had become a prisoner of war. Barron survived, however, and returned to the United States after World War II. Mahoney was declared dead a year later. His body was found on the side of a mountain in 1949, returned home and buried in Sutton. Sweet never married. 66 years after his plane went down, Mahoney's story came to light again through the work of an 18-year-old Daniel Noyles. For his Eagle Scout project, Noyles decided to build 70 garden boxes for veteran memorial markers. He spent more than 250 hours building and placing the garden boxes throughout Sutton with the help of his troop. For years, Sweet had kept a memorial at the street sign for Mahoney Avenue that in her 80s was no longer able to continue. Instead, she made a donation to the project, asking that a garden box be built at Mahoney Avenue. Noyles and his father found the street, but discovered that there was no dedication sign, only a small American flag. Thanks in large to Noyles' project, Daniel Henry Mahoney Jr. now has an official memorial on the street sign that bears his name, a white killed in action marker with green writing. That recognition felt right to Noyles, to Sweet, and to Mahoney's family. Conclusion. This is a girl putting flags at the veteran's grave. Sorry. Conclusion. Now that you've learned a lot about Veterans Day, consider how you might honor veterans. There are many different ways. Visit a veteran in a Veterans Administration hospital or community center. You can't go in now, but you can write letters. Find out if there is a cemetery or memorial for veterans in your area. Maybe you can help maintain it or help place flags or wreaths on the military graves. Send a care package to a soldier serving abroad. Write a thank you note to a veteran, thanking him or her for her service serving our country. The next time November 11th rolls around, think about the veterans who help defend you and your country every day. Give thanks for their service and their sacrifice. Students from Texas School for the Deaf salute while watching a Veterans Day parade. All right. So this, we didn't have anything we wrote about, mainly because I wanted you to keep having taking an opportunity to write to a veteran and say thank you for the service that they did. So I hope you took some time yesterday, and if not, go back and click on the videos from the other day to add to your writing for this week.